All right, guys. So I found this video on TikTok, and it was basically from a lawyer that is suggesting that once fathers leave their relationships, whether they're unmarried or married and about to be divorced, they should take their kids. And we're going to watch this together, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on taking your kids as dad.
Fathers, stop moving out of the house and not taking your kids with you and expecting these courts to give you custody. Stop breaking up with your baby mama. Fathers, stop moving out of the house and not taking your kids with you and expecting these courts to give you custody. Stop breaking up with your baby mama and leaving your baby with your baby mama and wanting the courts to give you custody of your kid. I don't know already. I'm talking to the fathers today. This TikTok is dedicated to my fathers, the fathers who want custody of their kids, the fathers. I want to talk to them. Mamas, step aside. There is a misconception that the courts are pro-mother and the courts are always going to favor the mother. And as a family law attorney, I want to let you guys know that the reason that it seems as if these courts are mother courts is because, Daddy, you leave and you leave your kids with the mother. And it's not until the mother asks for child support that now you want to ask for custody of your kids. And that's not how these courts work. When you go to court, the court is going to be looking at who has maintained the residence of these children before you got here. Who has been taking these kids to school before you got here? Who has been doing the doctor's appointments before you got here? Who has been doing the dental appointments before you got here? Who has been the one visiting their kids on the weekend before you got here? And when I say before you got here, I mean before you got the court. Before y'all started a custody case, what have y'all been doing? And I will tell you, the majority of the time, the answer is the mother has had the children and the daddy, historically, the daddies, they go out and they provide, right? But Daddy, let me let you know, you can't do that. You got to take your kids with you. When you break up with her, take your children with you. When you move out that house, husband, take your kids with you. Because whomever the kids go with, that's who they going to stay with. I'm going to say this again. Daddy, you got just as much rights as mama do. Daddy, them your kids too. Daddy, mama does not trump you. I'll let you guys know what the tea is. If y'all read more into this, that's y'all business. Daddies, take your children with you when you break up and watch that you get custody of your kids by the time you go to court.
All right, so personally, I wouldn't have done this. Obviously, I've been in this situation and I did walk away and I did leave my daughter and I worked it out with mom in terms of when I can see her. I couldn't get any overnight stays. I didn't like it. I went to court. Now, here's the thing with taking your kids. If you take your kids, mom's not going to be happy about it. A lot of mothers, as much as we like to complain that dads like to leave the kids behind, a lot of mothers feel like they are entitled to the kids. And so I know that there are mothers out there that are willing to share, but a lot of mothers are like, nah, I won't share. I won't give you any overnights. I'll give you a little bit of time. And then that's when you as dad have to go to court. Now, I know that obviously there are dads that did do what she's saying because, you know, maybe she's getting this from one of her cases. That's what it feels like. It feels like she had a case and that happened. And maybe she said, well, he can't do that because in the state of where she practices, mom has the custodial rights and the rights to the child automatically. However, she probably realized that even though that is so, dad still ended up with custody, or maybe dad got to take primary custody, and then so now she's just kind of like, oh, so you can just take the kids as dad even though technically you don't have any rights. Because I've always told people that in a lot of states dads don't have any rights automatically, because it's true, you have to establish your rights. But in the recent videos I've been seeing, Depending on your situation, it may not matter, because I've seen videos where the police are called out because mom does have the rights automatically and dad does not, and the cops are like, nah, we gotta leave the kid with dad because he's the biological father. Even in a situation where he hasn't signed a birth certificate, which I'm going to do a reaction video to that video. And yeah, so your results may vary, but I'm not going to tell men that they should take their kids, because if you take the kids, mom's going to fight you on it. That much I can tell you. There's not a lot of mothers that are going to be like, yeah, just take the kids. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that men should take their kids? Because it seems like a recipe for disaster in most situations. I'm pretty sure, again, mom's going to fight you and say, no, you can't take the kids, and it's going to be a big thing, and the cops might get called. So I don't know how that would play out for a lot of dads. What do you guys think?